Miriam Cates was a Conservative MP. She's standing in the present election as a candidate, and no doubt she's hoping to win. No doubt she's reconciled to the fact she's going to lose. But the interesting thing that has jettisoned her to the front page today is that she is directly linked with conversion therapy. What is conversion therapy? Well, it's also known as reparative therapy, and it refers to various practices and methods aimed at changing an individual's sexual orientation or gender identity. And these practices are widely discredited and rightly discredited and condemned by medical, psychological, and human rights organizations because of the harmful effects on individuals subjected to them. Conversion therapy can include counseling, behavior motivation, physical and spiritual interventions often based on the belief that homosexuality or gender nonconformity is a disorder that needs to be cured. So in conversion therapy, you're likely to hear words like exorcism. And Miriam Cates was trustee of St. Thomas's Philadelphia Church in Sheffield from 2016 to 2018. And a report found that between 2014 and 2019, so exactly during that period, the church endorsed and supported conversion therapy practices. These included prayers of deliverance aimed at changing or suppressing someone's sexual identity, sexual orientation, which the church linked to evil spirits and ungodly soul ties. Now, Miriam Cates, to her credit, not much credit here, has pleaded ignorance. That's always a good one. She has said that she was unaware of the allegations and she does not endorse conversion therapy. The reporters highlighted that while she was a trustee, the church's culture included discussions and practices related to conversion therapy, so she was ignorant and she probably didn't bother attending the board meetings. Well, that's a good that's a good start for her election campaign in the last week. Vote for me. I am indolent. I don't bother attending meetings when you put me up as a trustee on one of your local charities or churches. I'm a conservative. I like a sinecure. Give me a job. Just put the name down. I'll do nothing. I'm not really interested in what goes on. And if something dodgy happens, it's not my fault. I'll blame you. Well, that's right. I'm sure she'll get a lot of votes for that. Keir Starmer is opposed to conversion therapy, and rightly so. It's heinous. And he's put forward plans to stop it. He is I think as somebody who's been involved in the law, he will be aware of the damage that can be done. The controversy surrounding conversion therapy and the involvement of public figures like Miriam Cates brings to light the ongoing debate about the ethical and psychological implications of such practices, but stopping them is much harder than starting them. Because there's a range of therapy from simply encouraging people to look again to the whole shenanigans of a religious rite or the fake psychological support. And all of this needs to be stopped. All of this needs to go. Major medical and psychological associations condemn this for its harmful effects, and there's a growing support for legislative bans on these practices. Starmer's approach is, well, it needs to be toughened up. It needs to be toughened up, and without a clear commitment to abolition, during the next government, this hateful, dismissive, patronising and harmful practice will continue. What worries me more is that even if there is legislation against it, identifying it will be hard, will be tough. And it's something that's come in particularly with the American evangelical traditions. And I would urge you to have a look at my three videos about homosexuality in the Bible, because the biblical prohibitions are not as clear as sometimes evangelical Christians make out, and equally the prohibitions in the Quran are not as clear as some people make out. And when looked at carefully within their context, there is no need for prohibition therapy. There is no need to be so prejudiced and so harmful and so nasty. Indeed, the Christian idea is about kindness and is about charity. And I don't think charity is anywhere to be found in the efforts to suppress somebody's identity. There are, and if you do a deep dive into the things that I've written and the videos that I put up a long time ago, you will find that I've identified not only churches and services that cater to the gay community, but also there are gay mosques. They tend to be a little bit underground, but they exist. Gay synagogues and gay churches, of course. And the exception is there. And the exception in this case doesn't prove the rule. The exception seriously damages the absurd, quote, rule. And the rules are based on a misunderstanding and a ferocious interpretation of a very small number of verses. It's time we had a proper discussion about the way religious organizations treat minorities, because it's not kind, and kindness, charity, love overrules the law. It's the fulfillment of the law, leges plenitudo caritas.